Good morning, children. Hope you all are fine. Children, today we will be taking up new chapter from our history book. It is chapter number 5, Kingdoms, Kings and an Early Republic. But before I start, I want to clarify one thing. In some books, it is chapter number 4. So just don't get confused with that. Chapter is the same and the content of the chapter is also the same. So, let's start the chapter. In the beginning, it is given that Shankara's grandfather were very excited in the morning. They were getting ready. They were going out somewhere. So this boy asked him, "What is the reason why you are so excited today?" So they said that today we can choose our own rulers. Do you understand this? We can choose our own rulers today. Now children, as we all know that we are living in a democratic country where we have a right to choose our leaders or to choose our rulers. But long time back, things were not like this. So children, things were different about 3000 years back. The person who had to become the ruler, king or raja, has to prove himself. It is given here also. Choosing leaders or rulers by voting is something that has become common during the last 50 years. But things were totally different around 3000 years ago. We find many changes taking place. In which rajas were chosen, some men now become recognized as rajas by performing very big sacrifices. Means the person who had to become the raja or the ruler had to perform certain rituals and had to perform certain sacrifices. One such sacrifice was Ashwamedha or the horse sacrifice, which was a ritual. And it had been in the history, it had been performed several times by the Raja, by the men to become a Raja in order to show his popularity or his strength. Children, as we all know that number of books have been composed in North India, especially in the areas which are drained by the Ganga and the Yamuna river. Many books have been written and these books were composed by the priest and describe how rituals were to be performed. And all these books contain the rules which to be followed in the society. Now these priests, what they did, that they have divided the groups in the society at that time, because like we have different types of people who do different types of work. Like in the society, we all are part of the society and nobody is doing the same work. We all are doing different types of work according to our ability. So we had priests, warriors, farmers, herders, traders, craftspersons, laborers, etc., etc. So what the priest did, the one who have written all these books, they divided the whole society into 4 varnas or 4 parts according to the work which were performed by the people.
Some men now became recognized as kings or rajas by performing a big ritual or yajna and then was accepted as king by the people. Now let's find out the meaning of yajna. The yajna was a way of showing the people in the kingdom and in the neighboring kingdoms how much power this man had. One such yajna was the Ashwamedha or horse sacrifice. Ashwa means horse and Medha means animal sacrifice. For this purpose, white color horse was chosen. and a horse was let loose to wander freely, and it was guarded by the Raja's men. If the horse wandered into the kingdoms of other Rajas and they stopped it, they had to fight. If they allowed the horse to pass, it meant that they accepted that the Raja who wanted to perform the sacrifice was stronger than them. Specially trained priests were invited to perform such yagnas. And the Raja who recognized the sacrifice was considered as being very powerful, and all those who came brought gifts for him. Raja was a central figure in these rituals. Priests perform the rituals, including the sprinkling of sacred water on the king. Relatives of Rajas, especially his wives and sons, had to perform a variety of minor rituals, and the other Rajas were simply spectators. Raja often had a special seat, a throne, or a tiger skin. His charioteer, who was his companion in the battlefield and witnessed his exploits, chanted tales of his glory. People, especially the ordinary people, the Vish or the Vaishya, also brought gifts for him. However, some people, such as those who were regarded as Shudras by the priests, were excluded from many such rituals. Children, in the Vedic period, many books were composed by the priest, and these priests they have divided in their books, they have divided the society into four groups called varnas. Now, what is varna? Varna is a Sanskrit word with several meanings, including type, order, color, or class, and it was used to refer to social class. The first Varna was that of Brahman, second Kshatriya, third Vaishya, and fourth Sudra. Brahmins were expected to study and teach the Vedas, perform sacrifices, and receive gifts. In the second place were the rulers, also known as Kshatriyas. They were expected to fight battles and protect people. They were supposed to be loyal to their rajas and to people also. They were expected never to refuse any challenge. Third were the Vish or the Vaishyas. They were expected to be farmers, herders, and traders. Both the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas could perform sacrifices. And the last in the category were the Shudras, who had to serve the other three groups and could not perform any rituals. But such division of society was not liked by many people. They felt that everybody should be able to perform rituals, and others, many people condemned the practice of untouchability. I hope, children, it is clear to all of you. Now, here is an assignment. You have to find out who was the first Indian ruler to perform Ashwamedha Yagya. We will discuss it in the class. That's all, children, for today. Thank you and have a nice day.